What's good, CBT fam? Before y'all get into the video, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and that post notification bell to get notified every time I upload content. Peace. What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Boxing Talk. Colossal Boxing Talk is associated with Three Kings Boxing under the movement umbrella, and I am back with another video. Barry Hearn, the father of Eddie Hearn, says Deontay Wilder is one of three choices for Anthony Joshua. And this should come as no surprise to anybody that's been following these negotiations, following the back and forth from both sides. It has always seemed that Eddie Hearn was reluctant to allow Anthony Joshua to fight Deontay Wilder, who is extremely dangerous because that right hand, that crazy power, you know what I'm saying, that demoralizing power that Wilder has. But, the other two guys that's been mentioned has always been mentioned as a possible opponent just in case the Wilder negotiations fall through, have been Alexander Povetkin and Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller fought this past Saturday night, winning the unanimous decision over Johann Dupa in his home state of Brooklyn, New York. And, Eddie Hearn has mentioned Jarrell Miller as a potential opponent, even though Miller doesn't believe it, but will welcome an opportunity to become, heavyweight unified champion. And he's inching closer to becoming that mandatory, becoming that mandatory because he was a final eliminator, and I think the WBA regular champion is Morris Walk, who, if Miller doesn't get Joshua, will more than likely fight in August, September. So that's something going for Miller right there. And then as far as Alexander Povetkin, he is the WBA mandatory. He earned that spot when he knocked out David Price in the third round of their fight a couple of weeks ago. And, big money with Robinski pushing Alexander Povetkin. He's a billionaire, and has always been a very intriguing prospect on behalf of Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. They don't want to overpay for Deontay Wilder. That's what Eddie Hearn has been saying, and he's continuing to say, even though a $50 million offer was presented to him from Team Wilder, Shelly Finkel, Eddie Hearn just doesn't believe it, and Eddie Hearn believes it's a PR stunt and this and that. He just feels that, it's not a real deal. It's always something when it comes to Hearn and, negotiations with Wilder. But this is what his father, Barry Hearn, had to say about Anthony Joshua's top three choices for his next fight. He has a choice. I think his preference is Alexander Povetkin for his mandatory. Jarrell Miller is in the top five, and Deontay Wilder. They're his three main choices, and I expect him to make up his mind in the next 7 to 10 days. He's a smart young man, and the final decision is always made by him. It's very strange because we've never had an offer from Wilder's management, but we've had an offer from Wilder. He said he'd give us $50 million, but I don't think he's got $50 million. There's no contract. So, that's the elder Hearn, letting it be known what he feels is going to happen, or, who's in the running. But I think that we all can expect that Wilder will be fighting Dominic Brazil next, and Anthony Joshua will be fighting either Jarrell Miller or Alexander Povetkin in his next fight. And maybe if both guys win, they'll meet up in December for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. But this is the never-ending saga, man. Just get the fucking fight done. It's so much that's being thrown out there from both sides, and I guess both sides are trying to one up the other, and throughout the media, trying to drag each other's name and credibility on a fair deal. If the $50 million dollar offer is legit, was the $12.5 million flat fee a slap in the face? I mean, both sides have been BSing. It's very frustrating to follow this and constantly cover this without no solution in sight. But like I said, I'm expecting these guys to take one more interim bout before they ultimately meet up. But the longer they prolong this shit, the more they give a chance of bad shit happening. We all seen what happened in the Luis Ortiz Deontay Wilder fight. Deontay Wilder was in serious trouble in that 7th round before regaining his composure, recuperating, and ultimately stopping Luis Ortiz. So, hopefully this fight gets done this year and we get a decisive winner and we can move on to the next whatever that's gonna happen in the heavyweight division. Do what I told you to do in the beginning of the video. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Like this video. Head over to Facebook. Smack that like button on the Colossal Boxing Talk Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter at ColossalCBT. Shout out to everybody in the movement that's moving with us. Be sure to subscribe to 3kingsboxing.com daily for your latest and greatest boxing news. Unfiltered, unbiased, reported the way it should be. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.